And you see instantly there how he's, I'm just one finger right on his head, you see? One finger. He just doesn't like it. So it's very wolf-like, you know? And this would just scare the snot right out of people, you know? So what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna pull my hand away, because if I pull my hand away, that behavior gets reinforced. He told me to move my hand, and so if I take it away, he's telling me what to do. So basically, this is based in trust. He does not trust me. He doesn't trust a lot of people. Now, it's situational trust, and you're gonna see that the longer I keep my hand there, he's gonna try to sustain this fear. He's gonna try to keep it going, because he just doesn't trust. So look how big my teeth are. Do you hear my low growl? And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover his eyes right here, and I'm just going to get him to relax just a bit. And I'm using absolutely no pressure on his eyes. So right now we're teaching him to trust. And I want him to relax. That's my big issue here. So I'll let his eyes open. And so if I try to soothe him right now, that'd be a big mistake. I'm not going to try to soothe him. What I'm trying to do is get him to relax his head so that he can understand. And I want you to see what happens after this, where we work on this trust. Now notice I'm not making any quick movements. And so he tries a little bit of biting, but he's going to go through that whole Rolodex of, I'm going to bite you, I'm going to threaten you, I'm going to do a whole bunch of stuff. And so I just keep my hand there. And if you could feel now, you can really feel him pushing. He's really pushing hard on my arm. So I'm gonna keep my hand there. Keep my hand there. Keep my hand there. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. And I don't know if you can see him just starting to relax. And we're waiting for the leg in the back went down. Now we're waiting for the mouth to kind of close off. Watch. Keeping my hand on him. He just turned my hand underneath him. So I'm not, remember, you cannot pull your hand away until that mouth closes off, okay? So that's what we're waiting for here. And we're just gonna wait. And I'm telling you, the instinct that we have as humans to soothe him right now is absolutely a mistake, 100%. Now you see his hands trying to move, God damn you. No, don't do that. Stop it. And that hurt. And that's because what you saw was he took his hand and pushed my hand away, and he started to become in control. So now he's relaxed. So watch. We'll see what happens here. I don't know if the camera person can see this foot back here and this foot here. That's him keeping me at arm's length. So you can see when your pressure affects him. Here's my hand, and you can see the dog's face. Can you see them, camera person? Okay, so as I move forward, right there, that's when it starts to affect him. If I back off, that's a tool. See the difference? So now my hand, and I really do like using my left hand because I'm right-handed. So if he's going to chew up my hand, let him chew up my left hand. So put our hand up. That makes him upset. We just keep working with it. I'm not trying to upset him. I'm trying to get him to the point where he understands this hand is not going to betray his trust. This hand will not betray his trust. And see, he'll come to it. There we go. Yes, sir. There's my man, huh? Yeah. There's a good boy. Yeah. And so, see, when he's coming towards me in a very nice way, I can praise a little bit because that's the thing I want to see. But I don't want to reward any of that fearful behavior. Just none of it. I just don't want to do it. So the dog's pretty sleepy. I'm going to touch. He's now opened his eye, which you really can't see. Okay, and he's becoming upset. So now I'm going to just keep my hand there, where it is, on him, and that's just as simple as it gets. Now, a lot of people would tell you, okay, well, get a treat, or, try to sweet talk him. Typically, guy trainers would say, I will never put up with that. I would correct that dog. All the dog's doing right now is venting. He just doesn't know what my intentions are. So now he's moving, and usually when he moves my hand, that's when he bites, because he's kind of got the upper hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold his little footy here, like this, and you can see that he's not happy, but he just doesn't understand. Now what's really cool about this is that when we've done this in the past, you see how upset he is. When we've done this in the past, this dog actually will come to me for affection right after we're done. And then the minute I touch him, he gets conflicted and he has a hard time. So it's like a little boy who's trying to get a girl's attention in school. He doesn't know how to get the attention of the girl, but he wants. Now we're kind of moved to a different angle here so you can see the dog. And I'm going to hold on to his foot because I don't want him. Can you see me in the camera? Yeah? I don't want him to understand that if I'm holding your foot, I'm going to let go if you show your teeth. It's the same old thing. Same old thing. So is this dog throwing... Ouch! Enough. Enough. Okay, so get this, go over here.
I jumped.
I wasn't looking. So here, now see how my hand is there now. I cannot take my hand away. And that hurt. It hurt a lot. It really did. But that's my job. So now I'm going to wait. There. I didn't push him over. And you see, even then, you can see that there's nothing wrong with my hand here. He didn't savage bite it. He didn't just bite down on it. What he did was he's just trying to tell me, I don't trust you. I don't trust you. So basically, the only way to fix this thing is to just keep working with the dog so he understands that I can put my hands on him if I want. And see, now he's reaching out for me. Do you see that? What I'm doing, because I've done this with this dog before, what I'm doing is I'm kind of not letting him retreat, because when he retreats and he gets into a position of control, he kind of takes advantage. So there's a little bit of a tug, but I'm not hurting him. And so what I'm looking for is for his body to come out of fight or flight. And when it's very expensive for the body to maintain fight or flight, you know, it's very expensive because of the adrenaline and the lactic acid in the muscles and the distress that the dog is in. But I'm not going to soothe him. That's a big deal. I don't want to do that. And so I'm just going to wait until he kind of chills out. And he's also getting out of reach here, so I don't want him to do that. Remember, running away isn't the answer either. If he can run away, he's solving a problem by running away. That's no good either, because he's running. So he runs away from all his problems until he can't run away, and then he'll bite. But also fighting with his problems is not a good idea. Using aggression is not a good idea. So he's going to get ready to lunge forward here, which will be great. He'll bite me right. Dot, dot, dot. We don't do that. We don't do that. That's enough. That's enough. He has to yield. Now it's hard. A lot of people see a dog who's in pain, and he's in emotional pain. You know, he's in distress. I've been bitten now, I don't know, 4 or 5 times by this dog, and it does not feel good. And I'm still here batting for him. I'm on this dog's side. Believe me, I'm on this dog's side. But this is exactly what he needs. There we go. And that's what I want to see. You got to work through the problem. So I'm going to treat him like he's 8 weeks old, like a little feral dog puppy. I'm not mad at him, but I'm also not going to nurture him into fear. And there's some huge relaxation. That's what we want to see. And that big sigh of relief. So now I'll touch him again, and I'll just keep my hand right here, and I've got no whining, no growling, no nothing. You know, to a dog geek like myself, this is So now we'll do a little bit of correction, because I don't want him to think I'm pulling my hand away because he wanted it to. To a dog geek like myself, this is fascinating stuff. This is just amazing stuff. And you see him getting submissive with me, but he's still growling at the same time. This is a really interesting dog, and it's going to take a long time to fix this dog. So I'll touch again. Just touch a little bit. no growl. And that's what we're looking for. That little, to a dog geek, that is a light year of progress. To someone who doesn't understand dogs and doesn't know what dogs are doing, that's like what just happened. But to me, it's the center of the universe. Anyway, thanks for watching. The minute you start being worried about being bitten when you're trying to do something simple like touch a dog, that's the very instant where the dog starts to train you. Now what I mean by that, and what seems really hard for people to understand, is that people think, well, of course, if he's going to bite me, I'm going to pull my hand away. Yeah, so he's teaching you. You went to touch, he said, you're not going to touch me, and you said, yep, I'll pull my hand away. That means the dog has now put that tool in his pocket, and he's going to use it a lot. What I have to do is say, that tool isn't going to work, but you have to switch your brain over to, I'm going to find a way to not put on a glove, to not use a rabies pole, to not sedate the dog, to not try to trade up or bribe the dog or coerce the dog. That's hard to do. It's very hard to do. But if you're ever going to get through this, you gotta not put the glove on, because the dog knows the glove is not you. And if you really want to have that interaction with the dog, that one day you can actually trust it and touch safely, you have to allow yourself to communicate on the dog's terms, which is, okay, if you're going to bite me, you're going to bite me, but I'm going to be right back here. Think of it as a child throwing a temper tantrum. Think of it as someone who has had their trust betrayed and they don't want to deal with people anymore. You have to stay there. People call it tough love, but I guess that's what dogs do, is tough love. Remember that. If you can't clip your dog's nails, if you can't groom your dog, if you can't wipe his feet or give him grooming, you have a problem, because the dog is training you.
So, after 12 months of rehabilitation, all that video I took was last year. This is Hooch being brought in by my daughter. Whoa, Hoochie, come here, babies. You can see that Hooch is now social and friendly. He is a very loving dog. You can touch him, you can pet him, you don't have to worry about it. You can look at his teeth, you can touch his butt. Come here, butt. There you go. You can touch him anywhere you want. Look at his teeth, look in his eyes, his nose, and you can see that the kids, you can do that, they love him. They love the old Hooch Master Hooch. So I thank the owners very much for having the faith in me. It was not easy in the beginning. This is a dog that was rescued at 3 weeks old in Kuwait. He was shipped here at a very young age, and I started working with him, and then they joined in. So I thank you very much. And if you want your dog worked on, any problem you have, give us a call at Canine Solutions Training Services at 207-206-6284, or check us out on the web at www.K9.
FTN.com.
Thank you.